I Am Smart, written and published by Audiobooks. What if getting smarter was as natural as breathing? Forget everything you've been told about intelligence being fixed at birth. Your brain is a living masterpiece, ready to expand with each moment. Let's unlock your hidden potential, one simple key at a time. Lesson 1. Your brain is your superpower. The human brain is arguably the most remarkable organ in our body, capable of extraordinary feats that we often take for granted. What makes it truly exceptional is its ability to adapt, grow, and reshape itself throughout our lives. A phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. This incredible feature means that your brain is not fixed or limited by your genetics or early childhood experiences. Instead, it's constantly evolving based on your experiences, thoughts, and actions. Think of your brain as a vast network of neurons, with each thought and experience creating new connections between these cells. Every time you learn something new, solve a problem, or engage in a challenging activity, your brain physically changes its structure. These neural pathways become stronger with repeated use. Similar to how a path through a forest becomes more defined the more it's traveled. This means you have the power to literally reshape your brain through your daily choices and activities. Your brain's potential is far greater than you might imagine. Scientists estimate that the average human brain contains about 86 billion neurons, capable of forming trillions of connections. Yet most people only tap into a fraction of this potential. By understanding and actively engaging in activities that promote brain development, you can enhance your cognitive abilities, improve your memory, and increase your problem-solving capabilities. Building neural connections happens through various activities that challenge your brain in different ways. Learning a new language, for instance, engages multiple areas of your brain simultaneously, creating new neural pathways and strengthening existing ones. Playing a musical instrument combines motor skills with cognitive processing, leading to enhanced brain connectivity. Even simple activities like using your non-dominant hand for everyday tasks can create new neural connections and improve brain plasticity. Regular physical exercise also plays a crucial role in maintaining and enhancing your brain's capabilities. When you exercise, your body releases chemicals that promote the growth of new brain cells and strengthen existing connections. This process not only improves your cognitive function, but also helps protect your brain against aging and degenerative diseases. Mental exercises are equally important for maximizing your brain's potential. Activities like solving puzzles, playing strategy games, or learning complex skills challenge your brain to form new connections and strengthen existing ones. These activities should be progressively challenging. If they become too easy, they no longer stimulate significant brain growth. One often overlooked aspect of brain development is the importance of rest and recovery. Your brain needs adequate sleep to consolidate memories, process information, and repair itself. During sleep, your brain clears out toxins and strengthens the neural connections formed during the day. This is why a good night's sleep is crucial for learning and memory formation. Nutrition also plays a vital role in brain function. Your brain consumes approximately 20% of your body's energy, requiring a steady supply of nutrients to perform optimally. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and essential vitamins and minerals support brain health and cognitive function. Understanding your brain as your superpower means taking an active role in its development. This involves creating an environment that promotes cognitive growth, engaging in challenging activities, maintaining physical health, and providing proper nutrition and rest. By treating your brain as the remarkable organ it is, and consistently working to enhance its capabilities, you can unlock potential you never knew you had. Lesson 2. Every question makes you smarter. Curiosity is the engine that drives human progress and personal growth. When you ask questions, You're not just seeking information. You're actively engaging in the process of expanding your intelligence. The simple act of questioning opens new neural pathways in your brain and creates connections that wouldn't exist otherwise. The quality of your questions directly impacts the quality of your thinking. By learning to ask better questions, you develop a more sophisticated understanding of the world around you. Start with the basics: who, what, when, where, why, and how. These fundamental questions help you establish a foundation of knowledge. But don't stop there. Push deeper by asking follow-up questions that challenge assumptions and explore underlying principles. Critical thinking emerges naturally from the habit of questioning. When you encounter new information, ask yourself, what evidence supports this? What are the alternative explanations? How does this connect to what I already know? These analytical questions help you evaluate information more effectively and develop a more nuanced understanding of complex topics. Developing strong analytical abilities requires practice in breaking down problems into their component parts. Each question you ask serves as a tool for dissection, helping you understand how different elements relate to one another. This process of investigation through questioning leads to deeper insights and more creative solutions. The most powerful questions often challenge our existing beliefs and assumptions. By asking what if and why not, you open yourself to new possibilities and perspectives. These questions spark creativity and innovation, pushing you beyond conventional thinking into unexplored territory. Questions also serve as bridges between different areas of knowledge. When you ask how concepts from one field might apply to another, you're engaging in cross-disciplinary thinking, a hallmark of advanced intelligence. This type of questioning helps you discover unexpected connections and develop more comprehensive understanding. The art of asking questions extends beyond personal inquiry to social interaction. When you engage others with thoughtful questions, you not only learn from their responses, but also help them think more deeply about the topic at hand. This mutual exchange of ideas through questioning creates a dynamic learning environment that benefits everyone involved. One of the most valuable aspects of questioning is its role in problem solving. Each question you ask about a problem helps clarify its nature and potential solutions. Starting with what exactly is the problem and moving through increasingly specific questions helps you navigate complex challenges more effectively. Questions also play a crucial role in memory and retention. When you actively question new information rather than passively accepting it, you create stronger mental connections that make the information easier to recall later. This process of questioning and connecting helps transform raw information into lasting knowledge. The beauty of using questions to enhance intelligence is that it's a self-reinforcing process. Each question leads to new insights, which in turn generate more questions. This continuous cycle of inquiry and discovery keeps your mind active and growing. There are no foolish questions. Every inquiry, no matter how simple it might seem, contributes to your intellectual development. Embrace the power of questioning in your daily life. Make it a habit to question not just what you don't understand, but also what you think you already know. Each question you ask is a step toward greater understanding and intellectual growth. Your curiosity, expressed through questions, is one of your most powerful tools for becoming smarter every day. Lesson 3. Learn something new every single day. Learning something new every day is more than just a noble goal. It's a transformative habit that can reshape your entire life. The human brain thrives on novelty and continuous stimulation, making daily learning an essential practice for cognitive growth. By establishing a consistent learning routine, you create a foundation for lifelong intellectual development and personal growth. Starting a daily learning practice doesn't require massive time commitments or dramatic lifestyle changes. Begin by dedicating just 15-30 minutes each day to acquiring new knowledge or skills. This could be as simple as reading an article about a topic you're unfamiliar with, watching an educational video, or practicing a new language. The key is consistency rather than intensity. Different people learn in different ways, so it's important to explore various learning methods to find what works best for you. Some people absorb information better through visual means, like watching documentaries or studying diagrams. Others prefer auditory learning, such as listening to podcasts or educational recordings. Hands-on learners might benefit more from practical experiments or interactive exercises. Mix and match these approaches to keep your learning experience fresh and engaging. Setting specific learning goals helps direct your efforts and maintains motivation. Rather than vague objectives like learn more about science, create concrete goals such as understand the basics of quantum physics by studying one concept each day. These targeted goals make your learning journey more manageable and measurable, allowing you to track your progress effectively. One effective approach is to connect new information to your existing knowledge and experiences. This creates stronger neural pathways and makes the learning process more meaningful. For example, if you're learning about architecture, relate the concepts to buildings you're familiar with in your own city. This connection-making process helps cement new information in your long-term memory. Tracking your learning progress serves multiple purposes. It helps maintain accountability, provides motivation through visible achievements, and allows you to identify areas that need more attention. Keep a learning journal where you document what you learn each day, how you learned it, and potential applications for this knowledge. This practice not only reinforces your learning, but also creates a valuable reference for future review. Technology can be a powerful ally in your daily learning quest. Educational apps, online courses, and digital learning platforms offer structured ways to acquire new knowledge. These tools often include features like progress tracking, reminders, and interactive elements that make learning more engaging and accessible. However, technology should complement, not replace, traditional learning methods. As you develop your daily learning habit, you'll discover that opportunities for learning are everywhere. A conversation with a colleague might introduce you to a new perspective on your profession. A documentary might spark interest in a historical period you knew little about. Even routine activities like grocery shopping can become learning experiences when you approach them with curiosity and awareness. The beauty of learning something new every day lies in its compound effect. Like compound interest in finance, daily learning accumulates over time to create substantial intellectual growth. What might seem like small bits of knowledge today combine to form a rich tapestry of understanding tomorrow. This accumulation of knowledge enhances your problem-solving abilities, creativity, and overall cognitive function. Lesson 4. Make mistakes proudly, grow constantly. The journey to becoming smarter involves embracing an often overlooked truth. Mistakes are not just inevitable, they are invaluable stepping stones to growth. When we make mistakes, our brains actually form stronger neural connections as we process what went wrong and how to do better next time. This biological process of learning through error is hardwired into our development, yet many of us have been conditioned to fear and avoid mistakes at all costs. Consider how children learn to walk. They fall countless times, yet they never think of these falls as failures. Instead, each tumble provides vital information about balance, muscle control, and spatial awareness. This natural learning process doesn't stop in childhood. It continues throughout our lives, though we often forget its importance. The key is to approach mistakes with the same curiosity and resilience as a toddler learning to walk. Making mistakes triggers a unique learning mechanism in our brains. When we err, our minds become more alert and focused, creating a perfect state for learning and improvement. This heightened state of awareness helps us recognize patterns, identify areas for improvement, and develop more effective strategies. The emotional impact of making mistakes, while sometimes uncomfortable, serves to cement these lessons more deeply in our memory. The concept of productive failure has gained recognition in educational and professional settings. This approach deliberately creates opportunities for people to make mistakes in safe environments, allowing them to discover solutions independently. Through this process, people develop stronger problem-solving skills and greater resilience than if they had been simply told the correct answer or method from the start. Developing a healthy relationship with mistakes requires reframing how we view them. Rather than seeing mistakes as evidence of inadequacy, we can view them as data points that inform our growth journey. Each error provides specific feedback about what doesn't work, narrowing down the path to what does. This perspective shift transforms mistakes from sources of shame into valuable learning tools. The most successful people and organizations often have the most extensive history of mistakes and failures. Thomas Edison famously made thousands of unsuccessful attempts before creating a working light bulb. Each failed attempt provided crucial information that eventually led to success. Similarly, companies like Google actively encourage experimentation and celebrate failures that lead to learning, recognizing that innovation requires taking risks and making mistakes. Building resilience through mistake-making involves developing specific habits. Start by documenting your mistakes and what you learn from them. This practice helps identify patterns and creates a personal database of lessons learned. Share your mistakes with others. This not only helps process the experience, but also creates an environment where others feel safe to learn from their own mistakes. Additionally, regularly challenge yourself to try new things where failure is likely. This builds comfort with the uncomfortable feeling of making mistakes. The growth that comes from embracing mistakes extends beyond intellectual development. It builds emotional intelligence, enhances creativity, and develops stronger leadership capabilities. When we accept that mistakes are part of the learning process, we become more empathetic leaders, more innovative problem solvers, and more adaptable professionals. Pride in mistake-making doesn't mean celebrating errors for their own sake. Instead, it means acknowledging the courage it takes to try something difficult, recognizing the value in the learning experience, and maintaining enthusiasm for continued growth, despite setbacks. This attitude creates a positive feedback loop. The more comfortable we become with making mistakes, the more willing we are to take on challenging tasks that lead to significant learning opportunities. Lesson 5. Read books that challenge your mind. Reading has always been a gateway to expanding our intellectual horizons, but not all reading experiences are created equal. To truly enhance our cognitive abilities, we must venture beyond our comfort zones and embrace books that challenge our minds. These challenging reads serve as mental gymnastics, pushing our brain to form new connections and process complex ideas. When selecting challenging material, look for books that introduce unfamiliar concepts or present familiar ideas from fresh perspectives. This might mean exploring different genres, diving into academic texts, or picking up books written by authors from diverse backgrounds and cultures. The key is to choose material that makes you think deeply and questions your existing knowledge and assumptions. Active reading is essential when tackling challenging books. Unlike passive reading, where we simply absorb information, active reading involves engaging with the text on a deeper level. This means questioning the author's arguments, making connections to your own experiences and knowledge, and regularly pausing to reflect on what you've read. As you read, maintain a dialogue with the text by asking yourself questions about the content and considering alternative viewpoints. Effective note: taking amplifies the benefits of reading challenging material. Develop a system that works for you, whether it's underlining key passages, writing in the margins, or keeping a separate notebook for your thoughts and observations. Some readers find it helpful to create mind maps or concept diagrams to visualize connections between different ideas. Others prefer to write brief summaries after each chapter to solidify their understanding. Building a sustainable reading habit requires strategy and commitment. Start by setting aside dedicated time for reading each day, even if it's just 15-30 minutes. Create a comfortable reading environment free from distractions, and keep your challenging books easily accessible. Consider joining a book club or finding a reading partner who shares your interest in intellectual growth. Having someone to discuss complex ideas with can enhance your understanding and motivation. Digital tools can complement your reading practice. Use apps to track your reading progress. Set reminders and maintain a list of books you want to read. However, be mindful of the format you choose. Some readers find that physical books help them focus better and retain information more effectively than digital versions. The beauty of challenging yourself with difficult reads lies in the gradual expansion of your intellectual capabilities. As you tackle increasingly complex material, you'll notice improvements in your vocabulary, critical thinking skills, and ability to grasp abstract concepts. Your brain forms new neural pathways with each challenging read, making it easier to understand complex ideas in other areas of life. Reading challenging books is not about speed, but comprehension and growth. Take your time with difficult passages and don't hesitate to reread sections that aren't immediately clear. The goal is not to rush through the material, but to truly understand and internalize the ideas presented. Make it a habit to step outside your preferred genres and topics. If you typically read fiction, try tackling a philosophical text. If you're comfortable with business books, explore scientific literature. This cross-pollination of ideas from different fields can lead to innovative thinking and deeper understanding. Lesson 6. Turn problems into opportunities. Life presents us with challenges daily, and our ability to transform these problems into opportunities sets the foundation for personal growth and increased intelligence. Problems are not roadblocks, but stepping stones that lead to innovative solutions and deeper understanding. The key lies in developing a systematic approach to problem solving while maintaining creativity and flexibility in our thinking process. When faced with a problem, the first step is to shift our perspective. Instead of viewing it as a burden, we can choose to see it as an invitation to learn and grow. This shift allows our minds to operate from a place of possibility rather than limitation. Every problem contains within it the seeds of opportunity, and by adopting this mindset, we prime our brains to identify potential solutions. Problem solving is both an art and a science. The scientific aspect involves breaking down complex issues into manageable components, analyzing available data, and applying logical reasoning to develop solutions. The artistic element comes into play through creative thinking, where we explore unconventional approaches and imagine new possibilities. By combining these two aspects, we develop a comprehensive approach to handling challenges. Decision-making skills play a crucial role in problem solving. Each problem presents multiple paths forward, and our ability to evaluate options and choose the most effective course of action determines our success. This involves weighing pros and cons, considering short-term and long-term consequences, and making informed choices based on available information. As we practice decision-making, we become more confident in our ability to handle increasingly complex situations. Creative thinking is essential when traditional solutions don't yield results. This involves looking at problems from different angles, making unexpected connections, and being open to novel approaches. Sometimes the most effective solutions come from combining seemingly unrelated ideas or challenging conventional wisdom. By cultivating creativity in our problem-solving process, we expand our mental toolkit and enhance our ability to tackle diverse challenges. The most successful problem solvers maintain a solution-focused mindset. Rather than dwelling on why something won't work, they concentrate their energy on finding ways to make things work. This positive approach keeps motivation high and prevents getting stuck in analysis paralysis. When we focus on solutions, we naturally begin to see opportunities where others might only see obstacles. Learning from others' experiences with similar problems can provide valuable insights. Study how successful people in various fields approach challenges and adapt their strategies to your situation. This doesn't mean copying their solutions exactly, but rather understanding the principles behind their approach and applying them creatively to your circumstances. Documentation of our problem-solving process helps build a personal knowledge base. By recording the challenges we face, the solutions we attempt, and the outcomes we achieve, we create a valuable resource for future reference. This practice also helps us identify patterns in our problem-solving approach and areas where we can improve. Resilience is crucial when turning problems into opportunities. Not every solution will work the first time, and some problems require multiple attempts before finding the right approach. Each attempt provides valuable information and brings us closer to success. By maintaining persistence and learning from each iteration, we strengthen our problem-solving capabilities. Lesson 7. Smart people are everywhere. Learn from them. Intelligence flourishes in connection with others, and the world is filled with brilliant minds waiting to share their wisdom. Every person you meet has unique experiences, knowledge, and perspectives that can contribute to your intellectual growth. The key is recognizing these opportunities and actively engaging with the smart people around you. Finding mentors begins with identifying people who possess the knowledge or skills you wish to acquire. These mentors don't need to be formal relationships. They can be colleagues, friends, or even people you admire from afar through their work and contributions. The essential factor is your willingness to learn from their experiences and insights. When approaching potential mentors, demonstrate genuine interest in their expertise and be specific about what you hope to learn from them. Building valuable relationships requires authenticity and reciprocity. Smart people are often drawn to those who show genuine curiosity and enthusiasm for learning. Start by offering value in your interactions, whether through sharing your own knowledge, helping with projects, or simply showing appreciation for their guidance. These relationships develop naturally when both parties benefit from the exchange of ideas and support. Learning through observation is a powerful tool that often goes underutilized. Pay attention to how successful people approach problems, communicate ideas, and navigate challenges. Notice their habits, decision-making processes, and methods for continuous learning. You can gain valuable insights by watching how they handle both success and failure, their time management strategies, and their approaches to personal and professional growth. Networking isn't just about collecting business cards or growing your social media connections. It's about creating meaningful relationships with people who challenge your thinking and expose you to new ideas. Attend industry events, join professional organizations, participate in online communities, and engage in discussions that push your intellectual boundaries. These connections can lead to collaborative opportunities, mentorship relationships, and exposure to diverse perspectives that enhance your understanding of various subjects. Smart people often gather in communities of practice, whether formal or informal. Seek out these groups and actively participate in their discussions and activities. This might mean joining book clubs, professional associations, online forums, or local meetup groups focused on topics that interest you. These communities provide opportunities for peer learning, where you can both teach and learn from others who share your interests. The digital age has made it easier than ever to learn from brilliant minds across the globe. Take advantage of online courses taught by experts. Listen to podcasts featuring industry leaders, and follow thought leaders on social media. While these connections might not be personal, they still provide valuable opportunities to learn from some of the brightest minds in various fields. Learning from others isn't just about acquiring information. It's about understanding different ways of thinking and approaching problems. Each person you meet has developed unique mental models and problem solving strategies based on their experiences. By exposing yourself to these diverse perspectives, you can expand your own cognitive toolkit and become more adaptable in your thinking. Active listening plays a crucial role in learning from others. When engaging with smart people, focus on understanding their perspective rather than waiting for your turn to speak. Ask thoughtful follow-up questions, seek clarification when needed, and try to connect their insights to your own experiences and knowledge. Lesson 8. Your mindset shapes your intelligence. The way we think about our intelligence has a profound impact on how smart we actually become. Our mindset acts as a lens through which we view our capabilities, challenges, and potential for growth. Understanding the difference between a fixed and growth mindset is crucial for developing our intelligence. A fixed mindset operates under the belief that intelligence is static. You're either born smart or you're not. This limiting belief creates invisible barriers that prevent intellectual growth. People with fixed mindsets often avoid challenges, give up easily when faced with obstacles, and see effort as fruitless. They might say things like, "I'm not good at math," or "I'll never understand this concept," effectively closing the door on potential learning opportunities. In contrast, a growth mindset embraces the idea that intelligence can be developed through dedication, hard work, and persistence. This perspective views challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, setbacks as valuable feedback, and effort as the path to mastery. When you adopt a growth mindset, you begin to see your brain as a muscle that gets stronger with exercise. Breaking free from limiting beliefs requires conscious effort and practice. Start by becoming aware of your internal dialogue. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," immediately replace it with, "I can't do this yet." This simple addition of "yet" opens up possibilities and acknowledges your potential for growth. Pay attention to how you respond to challenges. Do you shy away or lean in? Do you see effort as unnecessary or as a path to improvement? Building confidence in your intellectual abilities comes from taking small steps outside your comfort zone. Each time you tackle a difficult problem, learn a new skill, or master a challenging concept, you reinforce the belief that your intelligence is malleable. Document your progress to create concrete evidence of your growth, which helps combat self-doubt and strengthens your growth mindset. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset. Surround yourself with people who believe in continuous learning and personal development. Their attitudes and behaviors will influence your own thought patterns. Seek out stories of people who have overcome intellectual challenges through persistence and effort. These narratives serve as powerful reminders that intelligence isn't fixed, but can be developed over time. Developing positive thought patterns doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is easy. Instead, it means approaching challenges with curiosity and viewing them as opportunities for growth. When faced with a complex problem, rather than thinking "this is too hard," ask yourself, "What strategies can I use to understand this better?" This shift in perspective transforms obstacles from threats into stepping stones. Your brain physically changes as you learn and grow. Neural connections strengthen and new pathways form when you engage in challenging mental activities. This biological reality supports the growth mindset perspective. Your brain literally becomes more capable through effort and practice. Understanding this scientific basis can help reinforce your belief in the potential for intellectual growth. Intelligence isn't just about knowledge. It's about how you approach learning and problem solving. Your mindset influences everything from how you process information to how you handle challenges and setbacks. By cultivating a growth mindset, you create the mental foundation necessary for continuous intellectual development. Each day presents opportunities to strengthen this mindset through your choices, responses, and attitudes toward learning. Lesson 9. Take action on what you learn. Knowledge without action is like having a powerful car, but never driving it. The true measure of learning comes not from what we know, but from what we do with that knowledge. Taking action on what you learn is the critical bridge between information and transformation, between potential and achievement. The process of implementing knowledge begins with deliberate practice. When you learn something new, immediately look for ways to apply it in your daily life. If you've learned a new productivity technique, start using it in your work routine the very next day. If you've discovered a new problem-solving approach, apply it to a current challenge you're facing. This immediate application helps cement the learning in your mind and creates practical experience that deepens your understanding. Creating action plans transforms abstract knowledge into concrete steps. For each new concept or skill you learn, develop a specific plan outlining how you'll use it. Break down complex ideas into manageable tasks and schedule when you'll practice each component. This structured approach prevents overwhelm and ensures steady progress. Your action plan should include clear objectives, realistic timelines, and measurable outcomes to track your progress. Habit formation plays a crucial role in implementing what you learn. New behaviors require consistent repetition to become automatic. Start small with easy wins that build momentum. If you're learning a new language, begin with just 5 minutes of practice daily, rather than a tempting hour. Long sessions, as these small actions become habitual, gradually increase their scope and complexity. The key is maintaining consistency, rather than seeking perfection. Measuring results provides feedback on your implementation efforts. Track your progress using appropriate metrics for your goals. If you're learning public speaking, record yourself and review the recordings to identify improvements. For technical skills, create projects that demonstrate your growing capabilities. These measurements help you adjust your approach and maintain motivation by highlighting your progress. The environment around you can either support or hinder action taking. Create systems that make it easier to implement what you learn. Set up your workspace to facilitate new habits. Eliminate distractions that prevent practice, and surround yourself with tools and resources that support your learning goals. Your environment should make the right actions feel natural and automatic. Accountability accelerates implementation. Share your learning goals with others who can support your progress. Join or create study groups where members commit to taking action on their learning. Regular check-ins with accountability partners help maintain momentum and provide valuable feedback on your implementation efforts. Their support can make the difference between consistent action and sporadic attempts. Expect resistance when implementing new knowledge. Your brain naturally resists change, preferring familiar patterns even when they're less effective. Acknowledge this resistance without letting it stop you. Start with small changes that feel manageable and gradually expand your comfort zone. Each successful implementation builds confidence for larger challenges. Documentation enhances learning implementation. Keep a journal of your experiences as you apply new knowledge. Record what works, what doesn't, and insights gained through practice. This reflection process helps identify patterns, refine your approach, and deepen your understanding. Your documentation becomes a valuable resource for future learning and implementation efforts. The cycle of learning and implementation never truly ends. As you take action on what you learn, you'll discover new questions and opportunities for growth. Each implementation experience provides feedback that guides future learning choices. This continuous cycle of learning, action, and reflection drives ongoing development and ensures that your knowledge remains practical and relevant. Lesson 10. Share knowledge. Teach others. Teaching others is one of the most powerful ways to solidify your own understanding and continue growing intellectually. When you share knowledge, you not only help others learn, but also reinforce your own learning through explanation and demonstration. This reciprocal process creates a deeper understanding of the subject matter and helps identify any gaps in your knowledge. The act of teaching requires you to organize information in a clear, logical manner that others can understand. This organization process helps you develop better communication skills and forces you to think about concepts from different angles. As you explain ideas to others, you'll often discover new connections and insights that you hadn't previously considered. These moments of discovery benefit both you and your students, creating a dynamic learning environment. You don't need to be a formal educator to share knowledge. There are countless opportunities to teach others in daily life, whether through mentoring colleagues, helping friends learn new skills, or creating content online. Social media platforms, blogs, and video channels provide accessible ways to share your expertise with a broader audience. The key is to start with what you know and present it in a way that adds value to others' lives. Teaching also involves active listening and adapting your approach based on feedback. As you interact with learners, you'll develop a better understanding of different learning styles and how to communicate effectively with various audiences. This flexibility in teaching methods helps you become more empathetic and patient, qualities that enhance your own learning journey. Building a learning community around shared interests creates opportunities for collaborative growth. When you teach others, you often attract people who share your passion for learning. These connections can lead to meaningful discussions, project collaborations, and the exchange of diverse perspectives. The community you build becomes a source of motivation and support for continued learning and development. Teaching doesn't require perfect knowledge of a subject. Share what you know while acknowledging areas where you're still learning. This honest approach creates authenticity and encourages others to view learning as a continuous journey rather than a destination. Your willingness to be vulnerable and open about your own learning process can inspire others to embrace their educational path. Documentation and organization of your knowledge become essential when teaching others. Creating teaching materials, guides, or explanatory content helps you structure your thoughts and creates valuable resources for future reference. This process of documenting your knowledge often reveals new insights and areas for further exploration. Consider starting small when beginning to share knowledge. Help a colleague understand a new software tool, explain a concept to a friend, or write a blog post about something you recently learned. As you gain confidence and experience, you can expand your teaching efforts to reach more people and tackle more complex subjects. Teaching others also provides immediate feedback on your understanding of a topic. If you can't explain something clearly, it often indicates areas where your own comprehension could improve. This feedback loop motivates continued learning and helps identify specific areas for deeper study.